Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to do the instant match reaction of Villarreal 2, Arsenal 1. And if I was to say Arsenal in one word versus Villarreal, they were poor. They were not up for the game, they had no intention, they had no fight or determination to get that victory and get those all-important away goals, but they were lucky to get that penalty to get the goal. And I'm going to go through every single highlight of the match and give my point of view and go through every key moment in the match. So we're going to go straight into the first thing that we're going to talk about, and that is the goal for Villarreal. A goal in the first 5 minutes, and Villarreal take the lead after just 5 minutes, and it's 1-0. It comes after Chukwueze does brilliantly down the right wing. He takes on Saka and he races into the box and tries to trick his way through, but he can't quite find the gap, with the Arsenal defence nicking it off his toes. However, it falls perfectly to Troopz, who drills it into the bottom left corner of the net from a tight angle, and it was what a start by the hosts. And you clearly see that the Gunners were not focused at all. They were messing about. They didn't realise it's a semi-final of a Europa League competition. They had no intention of making this a very important game. And they got a goal straight away. And I think that's what Arsenal deserved. And it was a kick right on the head. And then, next highlight of the game is another goal in the 29th minute, where Villarreal double their lead. Albiol fires them 2-0 ahead. It comes after a corner, is whipped into the box from the left by Parejo, and Moreno flicks it on towards Albiol at the back post, who fires it into the back of the net from close range, and the centre-back was completely unmarked, and it was poor defending by Thomas Partey. He was supposed to be picking him up. And we can clearly see that the Gunners still hadn't realised this was a Europa League semi-final. They had no determination, no passion, no drive, and they were just lazy. They were not concentrated. The mindset wasn't there. I don't know what Mikel told them at the start of the half-time, because they were not focused at all. And it was another brilliant goal by Villarreal, and it could have been 2 or 3 or 4. And then also get lucky again because they get an Arsenal penalty. But it comes after a long ball over the top of the Villarreal defence by Saka towards Pepe, and the Arsenal attacker gets in front of Foyth, and the two players get their legs tangled up, and the Villarreal right back brings him down just inside the box, and the referee immediately points to the spot. However, with the VAR check, the officials are checking the penalty decision, and they state that it's no penalty after the referee changed the decision after looking at the replay, as Pepe is shown to have handled the ball in the build-up, and Foyth had also been booked due to the penalty award, and this had been wiped out as well. And Arsenal were unlucky to not get that penalty, but they were poor. Only 1 or 2 players were actually up for the game. Everyone else were just sleeping, and they didn't even realise how important this match was. And in terms of the first half, I would probably say that Villarreal looked very comfortable. They hold a 2-0 lead at the break, and it was thanks to an early strike from Chukwueze, and Albiol doubled their lead from close range just before the half-an-hour mark. And Arsenal thought they had the chance to pull one back from the penalty spot, but after Nicolas Pepe was fouled by Foyth and the referee pointed to the spot, after a VAR check it was overturned after Pepe handled it in the build-up. And it was just bad luck and bad performance by the Gunners in the first half overall. They were lucky to not concede 2, 3, 4 or 5. Villarreal could have put the game to bed in my opinion. They were very lucky to get that opportunity. I don't know what Mikel was doing with the lineup. We're going to talk about that right at the end, what I thought of the game, what I thought of Mikel tactics, and it was awful half from the Gunners. And then we move into the second half, and there's no thing that happens good straight away. It gets from bad to worse for Arsenal. Dani Ceballos has been shown a second yellow card for a late challenge on Parejo, and the midfielder has been sent off. The Arsenal players are furious with the decision, as they didn't seem to be an awful lot of contact. However, the referee won't change his mind, and Arsenal are down to 10 men. And I thought it was horrendous by Dani Ceballos in the first place. I thought it was awful. There was no technique. There was not that skill about him. He looked like he was scared to play versus Villarreal, someone that said that the La Liga is more suited to his game, and he was awful versus Villarreal. It's a team that plays in the La Liga. I don't know how he's going to get back into the Real Madrid squad, if not even the reserves team at this rate, and I thought he was awful this match, and hopefully the Gunners do not sign him in the summer transfer window. And then we get some form of good fortunes. I don't know what it's for. I think it's all what the Arsenal fans done, and Arsenal get lucky because they get a penalty, and the Gunners being awarded another penalty, and this time it looks like it will stand, and it did stand as Saka dribbles into the box down the right hand side. He takes on a couple of Villarreal defenders, and Chigueros, the guy who scored in the 5th minute, sticks out a foot and brings him down, and the referee immediately points to the spots, and Nicolas Pepe scores the goal as Arsenal pull on work and have a vital away goal. It's 2-1, and with Saka being fouled by Chigueros to win the spot kick, and Pepe coolly converted, finding it down the middle of the goal as Rulli dived to his right. And it was something where Arsenal could turn the game around, and they needed some form of good luck to have any chance of playing in the second leg with some confidence. And then in terms of Arsenal, it gets even better as Capu is shown a red card after diving into a challenge with Bukayo Saka and caught the Arsenal man late, and both players were sent down injured as a result. Capu, the former Tottenham man, has come off worse, with the referee having to wait a few minutes while he received treatment before showing him his second yellow card, but hopefully he does get better soon, and he probably won't be playing any of the last 2 remaining matches. But he was an awful tackle by Capu, and I thought at this moment in time, if there was going to be any form of luck, it came right now. You can clearly see at this moment in time that the game changed on its tail, and you can clearly see that in literally 5 seconds, in 5-6 minutes, the game can go to your side. It went to the Gunners' side, but they didn't capitalize on the situation, and the game ended 2-1. And in terms of Mikel, I thought his tactics were horrendous. He's playing Smith Rowe in the number 9 role, playing like a false 9. That was a horrendous mistake. In terms of the way they played, they were sitting back. They didn't counter on Villarreal. They were trying to counter on Villarreal instead of putting high pressure from the start. If they put pressure from the start, there would have been some confidence in their players. They would have had a spring in their step, but there was nothing like that, and I thought it was awful tactics by Mikel, and hopefully he turns it around in the second leg, because if he doesn't, for me, he should be sacked as Arsenal manager, and hopefully he gets us the win in the second leg and turns this game around. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.